Hi there, this is Bishop, and I wanted to share some tactics that I think we can use for Sunday's game, and I thought this would be better than right before the game when we're all excited and we need to warm up and I get half of your attention to talk about this. So feel free to disagree with me and say you'd like to do something else with reason, and we can switch this around, but I thought at least having some structure to begin with would be great. We can always change it. But the structure really is what, at least in my experience, what wins these games. So I first of all just want to put out the lineup right here. We're going to play in a 2-1-2. Brooks in back and goal. We got Kay and Brendan at the left back, and me and Young Soo in the right back. Tyler and Rebecca in the middle, and Aleph and Baum top left, and Marlena and Brittany in the top right. We can obviously, you don't have to stay in these positions, and you don't have to substitute for these people, but I think this is a good guide with Kay and Brendan switching out for each other whenever they get tired. They're kind of like a duo. And you can feel free to call somebody off if you think that they've gotten too much time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 minutes or even less for a substitute. Just so we can keep on getting fresh legs in there. I think that would work. So Kay and Brendan, Tyler and Rebecca, Bishop and Young Soo, Marlena and Brittany, and Aleph and Baum. I think this is a good structure right here. The midfielder is probably the most important person on the pitch because the midfielder needs to be very aware of where they are and where the counterattack's coming from. So let's say that we have let's say that the other team has the ball. They have the ball right here, and what we want to do is we want to pull back so that these fullbacks are marking someone. Usually there's going to be someone coming in on a run like this or something like that, so you make sure that you mark them and get between them and the goal. For these forwards up here, I want you to, when we're on defense, I think this is important when we're on defense. If we have, let's say this is what's going on right now, the blue team has got the ball, one of you forwards needs to come back and help with defense, and one of you needs to stay somewhere around half field or even further, half field, to kind of be the outlet. So once we win the ball, we have an outlet to get to you, and then we can quickly counterattack. So for example, let's say this guy's got the ball right here, and they're going on this side over here. That means Marlena would probably have to come back, or Brittany would have to come back, and either mark this person or mark the ball right here, and Tyler would have to have a decision there whether or not he's probably gonna mark the person who's most dangerous, or Rebecca's probably gonna mark the person who's most dangerous, would be this player right here, probably coming in for a run or something like that. But this forward over here is an outlet, and same thing happens over here. If the balls are on this side, then you drop back, and then this person over here would be the outlet. And that outlet, you don't have to shoot on goal. You can, as long as you're an outlet so that other people can run around you, and you can make a pass to them, that's fine as well. But you're the outlet here so that we can have a quick counterattack. So when we're on defense, always one of these forwards is going to stay somewhat up, and the other one's going to come back on defense. This midfielder right here has to be very sure and very aware of where they are in space, so they don't have, let's say they have like this kind of arrangements going on right here. If they have two people that are kind of like on this midfielder right here, then one of these defenders has to kind of like shield in, and now we have to kind of play a zonal kind of marking instead of a man marking in this case. And this forward needs to come back and really help on defense so that we can kind of get out of any kind of awkward situation where they can play 2v1. Okay? So again, on defense, one forward comes back, and the other one's the outlet. Okay, now on offense, if we've got the ball, let's say we've got the ball, and they're pushing back like this, and we're pushing forward. Now if they be like this, maybe Tyler's right here, I'm right here. If we have something like this situation right here, we always need to have, if we're on offense, we always need to have this midfielder be aware of a counterattack, a quick counterattack, because let's say that I make a bad pass, which happens quite a bit. I make a bad pass over here, this 5 intercepts the ball, right? If I'm not immediately aware of my surroundings and realize that this 3 is going to be counterattacking right here, then Tyler's got to bust his butt. And same thing with Rebecca, you got to bust back as quickly as you can. You're going to be really tired by the end of the game and guard whatever quick counterattack they have. So this midfielder has to be very defensively aware. And that's why I chose you two to be there, because both of you really like being on the ball and you've got good positional sense. So you're really our pivotal piece here in this 2-1-2. Okay. What I wanted to say about this is that when we have the ball up here, we can't have, if I've got the ball on this side right here, we can't have Kay streaking down the side and trying to shoot in on goal. The reason being is that we need a safety back here for the goalkeeper. We need someone to be back just in case the worst thing happens and like I get this intercepted and this person's got the ball and they're going to dribble up here and now they've got a 3 versus 1 situation if Kay's all the way over here. So this is a safety always. If let's say that Tyler's got the ball or Rebecca's got the ball and Kay's made a run, I've got to be aware that Kay's made that run and I've got to not go forward. I've got to always be back. So these 2 defenders have to always be aware of the other defender. If a defender is going up here, then you have to stay back as a sort of a safety net. Okay? So those are the 2 things I really wanted to emphasize, that in defense there's an outlet as one of the forwards, and then offense there's a safety for one of the defenders here or here if we're all in their half. Okay? Also, just be aware that if this midfielder, whoever they are, is too far upfield, these forwards need to also be aware of that too. So, and the defenders, just be aware that if this person strays so far upfield, we're going to be outnumbered in the back, because this midfielder really needs to have a defensive mindset. Even if they do have the ball, they need to think, okay, if I lose this ball, I've got to bust back and cover. So you might need, either one of the wings might need to come back and cover from time to time. So it's all about covering for people if they go forward too far. Okay, so I hope this makes sense, and I hope that you don't think I'm crazy for doing this. I just think it's good for us to all be on the same page. And if you disagree with me, that's fantastic. Just give me a good reason why you disagree, and we can change things up. So yeah, I look forward to Sunday, and I think we're going to win. Okay.